In the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, there's a motif of a bagel, and this idea of like everything and nothing, and what does the world mean if you could get up and leave at any moment if it stops being what you want. A bagel. You know what a bagel is has very much kind of become the symbol of multiversal dimension lore, and I think Scar is a bagel.
Okay, so I got none of that.
Scar is a bagel.
Okay, he's got cream cheese on him.
He's
That's
got cream
nice.
cheese on it. Welcome to FanDive. Scar is a bagel. Sing in me, Calliope, muse of epic poetry, and tell the story of those who travel from world to world, of the wanderers who find home in the in-between. Tell of the lives they have lived through multiple times, and the many hats our heroes wear. Tell of the portals and the magic, and the memory they all share. Welcome to FanDive. My name is Chaos.
Hi, I'm Andy.
And today we're talking about the Minecrafters who like to hop between dimensions and say, no, our lore is connected, even if they're on wildly different SMPs.
Well, I mean, it's one creator. It's just some people do lore and say they're not connected whatsoever, and some people say dimension hopping. It's different worlds we hop between.
Now, we brought this up a lot during Empire's SMP because a lot of those content creators are guilty of it, but I actually noticed that most of them, the people who do this, are on Pirates SMP, and yet they don't do it there.
They did do it there, I'm pretty sure.
I think Scar did it, but I can't. Okay, let's see. The list of characters that we're talking about today, and the general content creators, I guess, are included as well, are Scar, Martin, Ollie the Orion Sounds. I've lost my list.
Okay, Ollie Orion Sound, Pearlescent Moon, Mythical Sausage, Good Time to Scar, and Martin in the Littlewood.
There we go. Thank you. And sometimes these people are doing it on the same server, sometimes they're not. Like we said, Empires was a big moment for all these guys.
But on Pirates SMP, both Scar mentioned it at the very least, and Martin had his VTuber lore, which is adjacent.
Adjacent. I feel like Martin is such the technicality. I kind of want to get him out of the way first because it is his VTuber lore and not this multi-dimensional mythical sausage lore.
Yeah, it's multiple dimensions, but not in the same way other people do. I'm pretty sure. Now, I cannot say this with 100% certainty, but Martin was in real life, question mark, and got dragged into, like, the data stream, is I believe what they call it, and is trying to find things in each world that he goes to.
So there is a character, Martin, that was more or less in functionally the real world. We have to not say real life because then people are going to think the life series. Though maybe that is where it started.
Right.
I don't know.
Evil
Naming scheming. But roughly the real world, and he was interacting with a character called Doc. And now I can't say that without thinking Doc M77, but technically speaking, we don't know it's Doc M77. We don't know it's not him either. But there's a character who is called Doc, and Doc was doing mad scientist shenanigans that, you know what, there's explanation for, but really what matters is that Martin put on a VR headset and then got Sword Art Online into the data stream, into video game worlds, and he's hopping between worlds, different video game logics, and trying to find loot chests, or loots, and then shards, and then fighting against an organization known as Chest.
Oh.
Yes.
Chest?
Yes. Which makes it so, like, it's apparently an acronym for something, but it makes it so confusing for me.
I was aware of the, like, shards and fragments, and, like, we're looking for these things, and in Pirates there was, like, this weird shard, I guess.
Yeah, there's shards in functionally every world that Martin goes to. That's more or less why he's there, to find these things. But why he's collecting them, like what is the end goal, is kind of unclear. But like ultimately that's going to be a different conversation when we dive into the VTuber logic. But what you need to know here is that this is the same guy who's going through different worlds, but because he views it all as a video game, he thinks majority of the people he's talking to are NPCs.
Yeah. which is interesting, but
I mean, if you're in this situation, yeah, that's what you would assume too. It's not like, oh, I'm jumping between all these different realities. Like, I put on a VR headset and now I'm in a video game and there's video game logic going on.
I'm polite to inanimate objects and AI. I think I'm just gonna be just like, yeah. I assume sentient until proven otherwise.
There was a really good fanfiction I read a while back. If I can remember what it was, I'll drop it on our Tumblr website. But it was like Martin thinking he's like video game logicking and not like self-caring at all. And the people around him that he thinks are NPCs are like all really concerned about their friend because it's like, you're not sleeping, you're not eating, you're not. Oh my, it was like such a good moment of like, these people who do have like multi-dimensional logic behind them are seeing this person who they have a hint is probably like them, but he's like so self-destructive.
Yeah. I would love to find one like that. I've not seen whatever you're referring to, but
if I can find it, I will send it your way. But the other people on Pirates SMP who were all doing this, but also sometimes not. You know what? Scar. Scar was doing this on Pirates. What the heck was he doing?
Scar has less lore behind it. It's like some of these people are like, yes, let's do lots of story and angst and our world was destroyed, stuff like that. I don't remember at any point Scar pushing a specific narrative. It's just him wearing a bunch of different hats. Literally.
He did, but it was in Hermitcraft. It wasn't actually addressed in Pirates SMP. So, like, if you're looking at it from the point of Pirates, yeah, it wasn't addressed. But he gave, like, one throwaway sentence explanation on Hermitcraft a while back.
He also has, like, this specific... oh, God, what's the name? It's the little designs that people make and then put in Minecraft.
Texture packs?
It's not a text. No, it's not a texture pack because it's. Well, maybe because like I believe he made a like hat stand, a little coat stand thing, and he stacked a bunch of hats from a bunch of series he's did, including his like Pirates SMP hat, stuff from season 8 of Hermitcraft, like. All these, quote, hats that he wears for the different characters that he played between seasons and series. He's specifically said, yeah, I put different things on. It's different characters between seasons, but clearly it's the same. So, which is why he's on this list.
The way that Scar explained it is not that he himself travels through dimensions like Mythical Sausage does. We'll talk about him in a second. But rather there's multiples of him. And sometimes he can share memories between those, and sometimes they are oblivious. So Hermitcraft is a different Scar than Pirates, but they share memories between each other.
Okay. I don't remember this either, but I believe you.
This was, I believe, in the episode Scar was showing off his up balloon train car, or maybe the episode directly after that.
Okay. I remember seeing the hat stuff in his train station thingy, and also in the castle in season 9.
Yeah, this really got started in season 9 and then connected it to Pirates, and then he was kind of loosely hinting at it during the Life series, though I think the Life series is something else.
It is something else entirely.
It is so something, like, Scar from Secret Life, when he won, is supposed to be the same Scar from Wildlife. Like, that's not two separate Scars sharing a memory. He literally was like, he was brought from Secret Life to Wildlife, and then at the end, when he died, he said that he's going back to Secret Life to tend to his flower field. So that is the same Scar.
Awful.
Why would he...
Don't do that, angst.
Just casually like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to tend to my flowers. And it's like, you are going back to a place where all the bodies of your friends are buried. You are alone and have been alone for a year. Do you even have the memories of your friends from the worlds where you are friends?
The shadow people.
The shadow people! Are the shadow people like other Scars, though? Okay, wait, no. Now, we're getting a little off track, but I really want to answer this question. Are the shadow people other versions of Scar? Are they the people that he's killed, or are they the Watchers?
I thought they were the previous winners.
It could be the previous winners.
Like, that's what I remember being told, but also, I can't tell you sources, so...
Yeah, maybe we're all just like it came to me in a dream. Trust me, bro. That's the trust me.
Turn, Turns out the live series is a mass hallucination by a bunch of fans.
I mean, we are the Watchers. That apparently is within our power set.
I guess.
So yeah, we've established Scar. There's multiples of him. He's himself not a dimension hopper, but he's an everything everywhere all at once kind of person, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've established Martin, who is a video game nerd. Should we talk about Ollie or Mythical Sausage next? Or, I mean, we have to talk about Pearl after we talk about Ollie. Who do you want to talk about first?
Well, Ollie, Pearl, and Sausage are kind of all intertwined.
You can't, yeah, but like, which order do we talk about them in?
Let's do Sausage.
Sausage. Do you wanna, like, how well versed are you in sausage lore?
I watched his crossover stuff and some of his Empire stuff. Outside of the crossover, that is.
Okay, so this really got started in Empire Season 1, though it does technically connect to his hardcore world as well, but I haven't seen his hardcore world, so I don't know how accurate that statement is.
Evo is connected to his hardcore world, so
everything is connecting to his hardcore world is secretly the source of the universe. Did you know that? /J.
It's not. It's really not. He's just a fan of everything, and like, haha, I'm gonna tease the fan.
So, Mythical Sausage, Empire Season 1, starts learning blood sheep magic, and then when he decides that that kind of ritual sacrificial magic isn't for him, that's easily corrupted, he switches to start doing his own magic, and he finds he has a really strong affinity for multi-dimensional stuff. He can do something very similar to how Scar does it, and it's going to different worlds that he has once, or a version of him, has once resided, but he doesn't have control over it. He just kind of shows up places, and also, I don't think it's limited to places he's been before, because he went to Hermitcraft Season 8.
Okay, well, sorry, I realize this person isn't on the list, but if we're going with that, XB went to Hermitcraft. No, went to Empire Season 1.
Oh, XB crafted during the Carilson moment.
Yes.
See, I would count that as Carilson lore, though.
So if we're counting, like, that, then I have more things to bring up.
Well, XB crafted got yoinked into Empire Season 1 due to Carilson, which was this weird joke on the Wilson volleyball with, like, the bloody handprint on it. That's a movie reference. I'm gonna be real, I've never actually seen that movie. It has Corrales' eyeballs on it, which is why it's called Carilson. He went to Empire Season 1 because he was left alone when everyone else went to Empire Season 2, except other people were on Hermitcraft. But then we're gonna end up talking about Wells Night being abandoned on Hermitcraft, and, like, we're gonna go down such a tangent.
Yeah, because, like, do the different seasons of Hermitcraft count as different dimensions when we're talking about dimension hopping?
No, they count as different worlds because of Rendog, because according to Rendog, it's a sci-fi world, and they're on spaceships between seasons.
Well, yeah, but if we're just going by Rendog's lore, then I have more questions about how these different world hoppers interact with each other.
Okay,
I keep
well,
using world
Rendog
hoppers.
has, like, a Venn diagram that shows, like, different, like, the way the universe is mapped out. And, like, vanilla worlds have their own universe, and modded worlds have their own universe, and then there's, like, lore worlds, which have its own universe. And you can cross between them, but most people stay within their own universe. But even then, like, there's multiple peoples within, like, subsections of those universe, so each, like, in its own universe has multiple dimensions inside of it. And I feel like universe should be the smaller term versus dimension, but I guess Ren can do whatever he wants.
Okay. Okay.
I love how I just go on these big things, and you're just like, all right, you do that.
Well, sometimes I don't have much to add because, like, I'm a fan of this stuff. But my specialities are, like, very, very specific. So for a lot of things, I just sit there and go, oh, nice, shiny shapes and colors.
Shiny shapes. Oh my god, after talking about Empire's SMP last week, I literally went on a binge and started rewatching people's content. And I'm like, I was supposed to do a ton of research for this, like, multiverse. I was gonna finish watching all of Pirate's SMP, and instead I'm rewatching Pixel Riff's Empire's SMP again.
As you should.
As I should.
Anyway, we're really sidetracked. Mythical sausage.
So Empire's SMP Season 1, Mythical Sausage, learns that he has the affinity for dimension traveling. He can go from dimension to dimension. Briefly, he doesn't have control over it, though. However, he does have a magical dog who is named Bubbles, and wherever Bubbles is, Mythical Sausage can travel. Bubbles is there to guide him.
I love Bubbles.
Bubbles is so cute. I guess the thing about Mythical Sausage is, like, this guy has potential, but he can't control it, and he cannot stay there for very long, which means, yes, theoretically, we can have Mythical Sausage lore with multi-dimension person talking to multi-dimension person, but that would be such a brief interaction because Mythical Sausage can only stay there for one conversation at most before he's kicked out again.
Yeah. In the end of Empire Season 1, Mythical Sausage and Pearl ended together, basically, with the end of the world. Side by side, they died. Ish.
As much as Pearl could at that time.
Yeah. Because then Empire Season 1 Pearl turned into a god.
She ascended.
Yeah. So when she died, she just, didn't. And we learned this I will say I did not actually watch Pearl's ending. I watched other people's endings. So I don't know if she mentions ascending in her final episode. However, Ollie sure does, and he wasn't in Empire Season 1. So Ollie from, was it Afterlife SMP?
Afterlife, yeah. The modded SMP where every time you die up to 10 times you get a different origin. Except Ollie didn't do the 10 times because he can't finish a series.
No, he does not like finishing series. However, he went up into the sky because he wanted to try to find his friends.
Who had all died.
Pearl. Huh?
Who had all died at that point because they had lost their 10 lives.
Yeah, because 10 lives is not that many. But he went up into the sky and he found Pearl. Specifically Empire's Pearl, which is not the series he was on. And Sausage was there, but asleep, but not. There were several events, and I'm going to be honest, they confused me. But again, Ollie makes great shiny content that I can just nod along to and pretend I know what's going on. But Pearl sends him down into Empire Season 2, and so Ollie is the same Ollie all across. And it's just yeah, these are my friends, and all of the people role-playing are going, I don't know you. Hi. And eventually he makes himself a character, but he's the same Ollie, and he jumps place to place with... He's Pearl and Sausage. Hi guys.
The ending of Pearlescent Moon's Empire Season 1, the whole point, we've talked about this briefly, was she was so connected to the land, when her land started to die, she started to die as well. Functionally, her body withered away, and then she ended up, her spirit ascending. That's how we get to Afterlife, when she's up in the clouds.
She's playing Zeus.
She's playing, yeah, but think about it this way. I'm one of the origins Mythical Sausage had, he was an angel, and Ollie ascended him. Would that, I don't think that would tie into anything, would it? No.
I mean, isn't that why Ollie went up in the sky?
That is why he went up into the that is why he has the reasoning of my friends are up there. But would that connect to Mythical Sausage lore? Do you think Mythical Sausage could visit Empire, not Empire's Afterlife?
Possibly, because Sausage has enough connections to the different things.
I attack that as potentially, and then we should say Pearl in Hermitcraft is not Pearl from Empires, but she is sort of the same. Now, we could just chalk this up to, yeah, they're different dimensions. In this dimension, she stayed as immortal, but we could also say maybe she reincarnated, because we didn't really see her in Empire Season 2, except when she came over and she changed her outfit.
Yeah, and she was Santa Perla.
So maybe Pearl can be tacked as dimension person, maybe not.
She's a dimension person. No, she is. She is a dimension person. Because remember, at the end of the crossover, there was this ritual thing, and she remembered all of her past lives.
Oh, there we go. So I would tag her as a dimension person. I just realized we forgot to bring up Gemini Tay. Gemini Tay is a dimension hopper, but she does it for LARP reasons.
Yeah, she's. I'm pretty sure it was the I don't want to put lore on this. I'm just a LARPer. I
Yeah.
just like to roleplay. Same
You're
person.
canonically role playing. That is huge respect.
I do respect that a whole lot. So technically, she might be to the list, but also she's just roleplaying.
If we see it happen in another dimension / SMP, 100% is. But also, if she is just a dimension hopping princess, sure. Yeah.
She just wants to be a pretty princess sometimes.
She just wants to be a pretty princess.
She wants to make a murder basement.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So Ollie got drop kicked by Pearl. Pearl got reincarnated / is a dimension hopper. Gem is a LARPer. Mythical Sausage has no control. And he's functionally getting drop kicked, but he's also like kind of doing it to himself.
Yeah, he's getting drop kicked by his dog.
Scar is a bagel, and Martin is a VTuber.
Scar is a what? A bagel?
A bagel. Have you? Okay. So in the movie,
He's
Everything Everywhere
He's
All
got
at
cream
Once.
Cheese.
Yes. In the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, there's a motif of a bagel, and this idea of like everything and nothing, and what does the world mean if you could get up and leave at any moment if it stops being what you want. A bagel. You know what a bagel has very much kind of become the symbol of multiversal dimension lore, and I think Scar is a bagel.
Okay, so I got none of that.
Scar is a bagel.
Okay, he's got cream cheese on him.
He's got cream cheese on it. Welcome to FanDive. Scar is a bagel.
I don't get it. I know what everything bagel is a thing, but whatever. Anyway, it's fine.
It's fine. And Martin is a VTuber who is doing roleplay of Sword Art Online.
Yeah, Sword Art Online, but this time it's green.
It's green. It's green and it's actually well written.
It's green.
Shall we move on to the Q&A then?
Sure. I challenge you to make a sound. Oh, that's a fun sound.
That was a fun sound. The first question is from That by Blop. And I'm going to be so real. For the longest time, I was reading that as That Bit Bop. Apparently, that's not that person's username, who I've literally known since I started live streaming. Sorry.
L.
The question is, do you guys have any MCY tiers that you used to watch but don't now? This is either due to falling out of their content or just general moving on from that thing to another.
Huh. I mean, kind of, yeah. Like, a lot of the OG YouTubers, like, for example, Dan TDM, I really don't watch him that frequently anymore. And, like, that's what happened to me in Grian, is I only picked Grian back up in, what was it, Season 8 or Season 9 of Hermitcraft, where I watched him when I was younger, when he was first starting YouTube, and then there was a break that I didn't, and then Hermitcraft happened. But ones that I currently don't watch, Dan, or people that I'm not gonna name because they got cancelled.
Other than the people who got cancelled, I mean, the first one that really comes to my mind.
Oh no, I thought of a creator, but I don't know the name anymore.
The gasp.
They're purple?
Purpled?
No. They are purple, female, have 2 children, maybe 3 children at this point. Worked with Scott a lot. Oh no, I need to look this up.
Well, you look it up. I'm gonna say, I mean, other than obviously everyone who got canceled from Dream SMP, the person who I still think about is like, oh, I should watch their content again and just kind of don't, is Phil's in Minecraft. I'm like, every time I see Phil's streaming, I'm like, oh, I should watch it, and then just like, I don't. And I'm like, he's still
Lauren Z-side.
That's who it is.
So I was thinking of.
But yeah, Philza and is it Laura or Lauren?
I think it's Lauren.
Lauren.
I really hope she's not gotten in trouble.
You know what? Again, we've stopped paying attention to these people, so we've probably missed a few things. Question number 2 is a leftover from Fuzzball being very excited about Empire's SMP. What was your favorite rule that was put in place via the Emperor Who Ruled the Server bit?
Oh. I mean, Let Them Eat Cake was funny.
Let Them Eat Cake was so funny, but also, I mean, gotta respect everyone has to wear a Joel head.
Wait, was this in season 1? Was this the same event where they...
I think they did it in both seasons, but
no, with Flip had to have been in season 2 when this one happened, but Flip made them hold on to his children, his goblin children.
That was season 2. That was so... And Lizzie kept throwing them.
There's compilations of the Emperors throwing the children.
And, like, the thing was, like, you could either take another child or you could just pay Flip money. And some people were like, okay, I'm done trying to do this. But other people were like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not giving him my thing.
4 backup children. Just in case.
Just in case. Question number 3. If you could design a Lego set, what would it be about? Like, what would either be the theme or would it be...
Scarland.
Scarland? You just want Scarland Lego set.
Yeah, I want Scarland Lego set.
I feel like we would have to be, for me, something historical. I mean, I could obviously pick a Minecraft build that would be... Yeah, but, like... I can't say the Colosseum, because the Colosseum is, like, legit already a Lego set. But what... Ooh, if you could do the Colosseum, but, like, in its original format without all the marble removed, and, like, it has, like, the little hangover on the top. Is that I don't know if that's a Lego set already.
Well, somebody probably made it, but as an actual Lego set, I don't know.
Yeah, no, the Lego Colosseum is the one we see today. I want to see the full proper Colosseum.
Okay, so this is related, but not actually an answer to the question. Do you remember I think it was a kid, somebody who made little Lego decked out and played it with the kid?
Oh, that's so cute.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh my god.
I loved it. I made me so happy because decked out. Woo. But I want to play Lego decked out.
I want to play. You know what? I'm not a Lego person, but maybe if I go to enough thrift stores and find enough Legos, I could do them myself.
Oh, maybe.
My house. All right, those are the 3 questions today. We've actually hit 30 minutes perfectly on the dot, so I'm sure when we edit it, it'll be down and that statement won't be relevant. But yeah, we did it. We actually got a non-2-hour-long episode this time.
We're trying, Chaos.
We're trying
really
about
hard.
Empires. I got excited. All right, goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of FanDive. We'll be back again next Monday diving into yet another fandom. Have a topic you would like us to cover? Head over to our website, fandive.tumblr.com. There you can also find any episode relevant images and general shenanigans that we get up to. It is Tumblr after all. We're not ashamed of being fans of things.